What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out the demo for Farworld Pioneers. This is a game that actually has some pretty nice animation and pixel art to it. I don't know exactly what it is. I saw it rattling around in the Survival Fest demo. And so anyways, I figured we'd dive on in and check it out today and do some first impressions. From what I understand, this is a game about interstellar colonization. So it's somewhere in between like Terraria and RimWorld from what I've seen about it. But there's not a whole lot of media surrounding the game, so I honestly don't know. I think today should be a fun little chunk of gameplay. There may be some edits as I figure out the various systems that exist inside the game, then return to explain them to you. But if after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, I've got a link for you down below in the description. I can tell you from the title menu that I very much like the color palette and like the saturation of everything that they've selected. Looks really, really good with like the lighting effects on the pixels and whatnot. Pretty excited about this one. All the way down at the bottom, you'll also be able to find a link to my Twitch stream on my Discord, just in case you wanted to hang out live most given days of the week. And then let's get started, shall we? We've only got like 35 minutes to play around with. We'll dive on into a new game, and let's see if the game does a good job at kind of guiding me through. I've never been good at like Factorio-styled stuff, and it seems like there's definitely like work orders and like workflow and stuff like that in the game. So this might get a little bit interesting. We've got Crash Landed. Your group's escape pod has crashed in the wilderness of an unknown planet. It is time to survive. We've got the debug menu. Obviously, we want that to be off. Our universe seed, that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to fiddle with it. We've got relaxed, aggressive, default. Okay, starting tips on. Yeah, sounds good. All right, so here we are. We're like a little guy. Talk to Buddy by pressing E. Hey, Buddy, how you doing out there? You alive? Okay, good. It looks like we're the only ones that made it. We got to get off this planet somehow. All right, I'd say we start with collecting resources. Why don't you have a look around the place? See what you can gather. All right, as far as shelter goes, I think we should either find a cave or cut down some trees. Have a look around and see what you can find. There's also probably some valuable assets at the crash site we can use. We may want to go back over there and see what we can salvage. Look, we don't want to be out here when it gets dark or the weather turns. We're going to need to find some form of shelter. All right, cool. I think he's actually, like, rotated everything. Looks like we started out with a pickaxe of some kind, and so we can kind of whittle away. A little bit stiff on that animation right there. I'd prefer to see, like, a little bit more movement to it, but the run animation looks very, very nice, so that looks pretty good. It wants me to search a drop pod with the E key. Okay. What is this thing right here? Can I break it? I don't even know what it... Oh, it's just, like, scrap. Okay. So drop pod. This looks like a drop pod. And it looks like we have a gun. Okay, so there's a gun inside the drop pod. We've got an oil lantern. Good to know. We've got a flashlight over here. There's a giant terrifying bug heading towards me. Don't like that. Is it friendly? I don't think it's friendly. We've got a can of food over here. We've got a knife. It looks like we've got some stew, and it looks like we've got some bullets. Let me rearrange my inventory real fast just to get this stuff all in play. All right, so I've got my inventory all nice and set up. Do I have to reload this bad boy? Oh, I do. Oh, wow, he's actually got like a break action thing he does with the pistol. Well, I like that animation right there. That was pretty cool. You couldn't hardly see it because it was back behind there, but yeah, cool stuff. All right, well, let's chop down some trees and things. I don't know if I'm being successful at chopping down said tree, but I'm going to give it a go. All right. Tree is down. We've got a little bit of wood. I'm going to keep like deforesting the area, and then we'll take a look and we'll see kind of what the building system looks like. Oh, there's an enemy. Hold on. There's a guy over. Oh no, my gun missed. Hold on. Break action. All right. Yeah, got him. I don't know how many bullets I'm going to end up having, though. It might be a really, really bad idea to use up all my bullets on, like, random crabs on the beach. That might be a bad idea. I do like how the body stays there, though, and the death animation looked okay. Let's keep whacking away at this thing. Over to the east side, it looks like we've just got a bunch of little trees. We had a bunch of those trees in my backyard when I was a kid. I don't know what kind of trees those are, but rats and squirrels used to live in them. You see the rats and squirrels jumping all over the place. Apparently, I can kill off those worms, too. I don't know if the worms are a risk. Oh, there's a person. How's it going? I'm Catherine. Hey. You want to join us? Yay, we got a new colonist. Okay, well, welcome on in. Can I loot your pod? Your pod has bullets inside of it. That's pretty much all that I was looking for right there. It looks like we can control click to just drag things over to our inventory, so that's fine. Is that like a quiche? Like, what is that? Shepherd's pie. I have never had a shepherd's pie in my life. Not really a thing that exists on the west coast of California. Not a thing you come across very frequently. I used to watch Enter Elysium had like these prepackaged ones you used to eat all the time. I used to be on like a tabletop role-playing show a long time ago with Enter Elysium and Shenmue and Avik and a bunch of other people. And anyways, EE used to have like these bags of like prepackaged shepherd's pies he would have all the time. They look tasty. I never had one before though. I like the bit of float they've got on the jumping too. The jumping actually feels very nice. It takes me back to the old days of like the Sega Genesis. They've got just the right amount of float to it. Like, that's actually a pretty hard beam to walk, like getting that right amount of float on a jump animation. We're gonna live inside the ground. That's what I've decided, because building up above the surface seems like it might be a problem. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hollow out some stairs down here, and we're just gonna kind of make an entrance to a base. Well, I sort of take it back, actually. We may want to, like, put down some wood bricks somewhere. So it looks like we've got basic constructions right here. We've got wooden platforms. We've got wooden panels. I don't know if those are going to be foreground or background. Not super sure about that one, but let's go ahead and start building our first building over here. I'm going to clear out this ground space, and once the ground space has been all cleared out, we're going to overlay it with a little bit of wood, and we're just going to try and get everybody inside. I don't know how I feed everybody. It is pinging me right now saying that my people don't have any food, and one thing I know about human beings is that they do frequently like to indulge in a little bit of food eating. And so anyways, we'll kind of like put a house down like right here, and just kind of get everybody indoors for right now. There we go. All right, so if I go on into the crafting menu, let's say that we wanted to place some wood panels. How does a wood panel do? I'm guessing maybe we need to do a workbench in order to make this stuff, to actually make this happen. I think what we're doing over here is actually like blueprinting. Oh, okay, so you can actually like build stuff right there. He breaks out the little arc welder. Okay, very nice, very nice. So it looks like we can make an axe, we can make concrete bricks. There's our wooden panels right there. So let's go ahead and we will fire off. It looks like we get 4 per 1 wood, and I've got 50 wood. Let's go ahead and... I think we're only going to need like... We'll make like 60 of them. I don't know how many I'm going to need, but we'll make like 60 of them. And I don't know how to trigger this right here. Like if it finalizes, so view workbench, work bills. Oh, okay, so you've got to put the materials inside the workbench, and then your colonists will come over and work on it. I don't think there's actually any manual way. I was fiddling with it for a second. It didn't seem like there was any real manual way for me to work on this myself. I think like a person has to come over here and do it. Otherwise, it just does not work out. However, he does have the wood panels, so I can get started on these over here. There we go. Perfect. Is there any way, it'd be interesting if like while holding down the E key or something, you could drag the mouse across all this stuff and it would queue them all up for assembly. Like this is perfectly fine, it's no biggie, but it'd be nice. That way I'm not constantly spamming like the E key. There we go. Let's get that all situated right there. Looks lovely. Okay, so next up we're gonna need like a door. And, like, really, I just need to get people inside. That's pretty much it. It does look like we're getting cold or something. Need warmth, find a heat source before you freeze to death. Yeah. Yeah, heat sources sound good. We do have a campfire. So maybe I'll put one of those down. And how do I make a campfire? What goes into a campfire? Just one wood? I think all my wood is inside the bench right now. Yeah, there we go. The wood is inside the bench. All right, so we'll drag this back. Everybody's getting kind of cold at the moment. I would like for people to not be cold. That would be my most favorite thing. And in fact, it does appear to be working. And it looks like the colonists that are cold are kind of heading in this direction to assuage that problem. Good. I'm glad to see it because, like, health was looking a little bit lackluster. With the workbench, is it possible to pick this up and move it? Yeah, I can move it, actually. I like to move it. Move it. All right, so we're going to take this, and I still haven't gotten used to the keybinds. I keep hitting tab like it's Terraria. All right, so we've got that right there. Okay. I need to get you sat back down so that we can work on activities and tasks. We also need to think about the possibility of how we can do... So we've got a plasteel wall over there. Maybe it was inside the crafting menu. I swear to God, I thought I saw a bedroll. Okay, so we do have a bedroll. So I'll put a bedroll right there, and it says that these are completely and utterly free. So I'll put those two down on the ground real fast. It looks like I can cook at the campfire as well. I can do a baked potato. So I'll probably do that. So there's a couple of potatoes cooked. I can make coal. I've got roast meat. Okay, sounds like a plan. We can make a simple meal out of fresh meat and potatoes. We probably want to put, I bet you these guys only eat out of, like, storage would be my guess. Catherine, why are you not coming back over here? You seem kind of cold and freezing, Catherine. Can I help you out? You seem to be struggling for the moment, and I'd rather you not die of horrible freeziness. Join my squad and come back over this way, please. There we go. Actually, I feel like the run and the jump are done very, very well in this game. They feel quite good. In fact, I'm playing with Wast, and Wast is not known for being, like, great at feeling good when it comes to, like, platforming and whatnot, but I actually feel kind of okay about it. It feels pretty good. All right, so we'll disband squad. You hang out over here until you get warm. What I needed to do now is we need to get some doors, and so if I could get a couple of doors, and I could get a couple of other things knocked out. Maybe those are in the general crafting menu. Aha. It looks like they are. Put in a door right there. It's missing supports. Don't know what that means, but okay. There we go. We now have a door, and I've got all of my wooden beamy things over here that I think I can place. I'm just going to have an overhang, I guess. Oh, there's actually like a climb, too. Oh, that's pretty cool. I dig that. Okay, well, let's just get something basic knocked out for right now. I'm not trying to do anything too crazy when it comes to shelter. I'm just trying to make sure we have some form of shelter. That's all that I really care about at this junction. So we'll just kind of take that down right there. And then we'll put the I key, and we've got ourselves... I need another door. I keep going to the wrong menu. There we go. There's our other door. Go ahead and plop that idiot down right there, and then put that right there. And then we need to figure out how to put stuff right-clicking, put things in the background. Gotcha. Fair enough. It won't be pretty, but it's something. Let's go ahead and knock out the door real quick. Let's kind of get this background in place, because from what I understand from browsing around on the Steam forums, it sounds like there's actually like air currents in this game. So if you have a base but you haven't put in a back wall and you've got like a campfire, from how I interpreted what the developers had said is that like heat gets trapped inside this area. People were talking about that they had problems with illnesses and whatnot, and it was because they hadn't walled off the back of their base. They had thought like the fire would just keep everybody warm, but apparently you do in fact have to wall off the back of the base. Let's go ahead and from our workbench over here, I am going to need a bunch more, so I need more wooden panels for sure. We're going to need like probably 80 of those to fill in that background. I didn't go through and count to figure out how much it was going to cost me, but I think we are going to need that. I don't have enough iron ore yet to get after the axe, but we will work on tools momentarily. It's just not crazy important right now. And then we've got wires, we've got torches. Where were like our storage chests at? Plasteel walls. It's interesting that the handcrafting stuff is not inside that menu over there with the workbench too. Resource stockpile. We probably need that. I'm going to put it on the ground real quick. And it looks like I can maybe put like meals or food or something inside of here. We'll see if they eat it tomorrow. I'll keep an eye on it. We've got hydrocarbons. Okay. What is that right there? Scrap metal? Gotcha. I'm going to keep the shepherd's pies on me. You guys can feel free to eat whatever you want. It does seem like I can give these guys commands and tell them to go do stuff. Like if I want them to go chop trees or whatever. I just kind of haven't gotten around to it. I don't know if I can actually do these. I may have to wait on other people to get it done, possibly. Then again, I didn't really put the wood in there either. But yeah, I think I might have to wait for other people to take care of it. The game has a decent soundtrack, too. It kind of reminds me of Risk of Rain in a little way. Like, it's not exactly like Risk of Rain, but it kind of reminds me of Risk of Rain. Looks like we got the door. Why is this one all weird and off-center? I don't understand why it's looking all strange. That one's flush. This one's not flush. Strange. Why isn't this one flush? Maybe it's because it isn't lining up properly? I don't know. We'll put it right there real fast. And then I'm going to get some more wood panels in just a minute anyways. And I got to put them down there. Oh, nice. She's getting all the crafting done. Look at her whipping this stuff up. Oh, is she putting it in the stockpile? Oh, she is. Very cool. Okay, so when they finish crafting things, they put it in the stockpile. Gotcha. I just want this in my inventory. I think it like bugged out and got stuck on my clicker, but I don't know. Something weird happened. It's not stuck on it anymore, so I'm going to treat that as kind of like a minor stumble in the friendship. Why is that not lining up? That's crazy. It lines up on that side, but it doesn't line up on this side. Fine. The doors will be moved to the outer periphery. I don't know if I gotta like kill a rat or anything to be like a successful survivor. Is that like a normal thing that survivors are required to do? Rat slaughter? Alright, we've got our backgrounds either way. Looks like the placement does allow for you to reach out a little bit further, which is kind of nice in my opinion. Dude, if this doesn't end up being enough, it's not gonna be. It's not even gonna finish that row. The game hates me, bro. The game thinks I'm a big, stupid doo-doo face. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll queue up like 20 of these. I assume at some point these guys are going to work on the backgrounds, and it's not like all going to be me. But I got to go chop down some trees. We are all out of wood. Would you, could you, give me some wood, sir? Alright. Do I get anything from murdering rats? It looks like I can pick up the dead rat's body. I like the knifing animation. It's got like a little bit of like a I shiv you type thing going on. I dig it. We got to track down some more wood though. I don't know how far outside of town that's going to take me, but what does clicking that do? Okay, it just opens and closes that. What's up with this big rock right here? I pick at you. There's really no pop-up. Oh, tar. Plus, apparently that was tar. A life pod has crashed to the east. Your colonists need more food. There is only 7 in storage. We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it taken care of. From what I saw, it looks like I can give commands to the guys, too, and I can tell them to go, like, hunt. And I can tell them to go, like, kill stuff so that it's not all on me. So I'm guessing we can probably have some people that, like, handle specific tasks so that we can, like, adventure or do whatever else it says we're going to do. It says that a pod fell to the east. I'm coming all the way out here for wood anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a look and see if I can find it. A sludge tree. Yeah, it does kind of look sludgy, doesn't it? It does have kind of like a Mick and Mac global defenders thing going on. There we go. Need warmth. Find a heat source before you freeze to death. Yeah, I'm aware of that half, but like, oh, is that iron? I don't think it's iron. Oh, it's copper. Very nice. Okay. Well, this game seemed like it had like wiring circuits and stuff like that, so I'm going to hazard a rough guess and say that there's a pretty good chance that copper is going to be useful once we get to the point where we're running wiring for like lighting and for like automated factories and things of that nature. Can I kind of like sneak around the outside? Round the outside? Round the outside. Nope, I can't. Okay, can I make a platform then? I gotta... Wait, there's raiders coming? Oh, dude. Hold on, I gotta break out my blicky. I didn't realize that we were gonna be under attack by random, like, you know, moto psychos from the periphery. Alright, so if the raiders are coming from the west, how many do you figure there's gonna be? Like, just like a couple raiders is fine. I have a gun. Like, we can even out those odds. But, like, numerous raiders maybe might not work out. Ow! Stop that. Okay, alright, yeah, melee is not an option. That's what I have learned here today. Melee is a I don't think the raider knew that I was coming. Can I loot him? Justin can't talk right now. Well, yeah, that's because I blew a giant 357 hole where his talk hole used to be. I'm guessing there's a butcher's table or something that I can use. I need more wooden panels for sure. Got some right there, but where'd all those tree logs and stuff go? There they are. All right, you guys get to work over here, and we need to figure out what other kind of like workbenches and stuff are available too. So we've got a research bench, we've got a smelter, we've got a kitchen, we've got a food packager, a butcher's table. Yes, that feels like a smart acquisition. We'll put that on the outside the base. Oh, it requires a steel ingot. Okay. Well, I'm going to place all these things, and then I'll just tear them down and move them. So we need 4 wood, 2 steel ingots, any stone chunk. Can I change the ingot out for like a I don't know, something like a copper ingot? Just a thought. Is that like a little baby bunny right there, dude? I'm going to have to murder him. I don't want to, but I'm going to have to. There we go. Baby bunny, I'm sorry. Your watch has ended. It's not your fault. God, that throw animation was so indelicate. Like, nyah! You just throw the bunny on the ground. Put the bunny down. All right. Let's go ahead and finish off. Dude, there's like a pretty solid chunk of iron underneath our base. I was scared of raiders. Now I'm not scared of raiders anymore because they seem to go down pretty easy. Iron mine seems to be working out pretty well, though. I get the feeling that we may have literally undermined the structural integrity of our base, though. I think that was actually a case where I had to distinctify, like, literally. Really, I mostly just wanted to get the house done before we got to the end of the day. There we go. And it looks like you don't need to spend any time constructing the background layer. It's only foreground layers that you got to fiddle with. So that's kind of nice. We are going to need some illumination inside of here, though. Like, can I get, like a torch or anything? Like, where were the torches and stuff at? So we got a campfire. We've got an oil lamp. We've got a cage light. I'm assuming I'm going to have to wire those up, though, to work properly. Okay, so we've got the smelter over here. And it's a low-tech smelter, but we can mash it out. I'm going to put it outside for right now until the base gets a little bit larger. Plus, I feel like the fumes from this bad boy are just like a terrible idea. We'll go ahead and throw together what we can. It says it requires iron ore, and I think this is probably going to be the gateway. I like that little progress meter they have there. All right, so we have tar in there. We've got 28 of those. We are going to need steel ingots. How hard is it to make steel ingots? Not as difficult as one might assume, actually. Okay. Throw that on there and tell them to do it like in perpetuity. Can I do that? There we go. Perfect. All right, I figured it out. It's pretty simple. The UI seems to work. Like, intuitively, I feel like you can kind of, like, fiddle with stuff, and it'll work. Like, you just got to kind of, like, fiddle with it first. That's pretty much it. Oh, I already have steel ingots. Very nice. I'm trying to get the butcher table up and running so that I can start harvesting some of these corpses and whatnot. And then from there, it seems like these guys mostly do the tasks on their own. Oh, they're moving the stuff around. Oh, and the stockpile grows as you put more items inside of it, too. That's a really nice little detail. I like that. This may actually be a pretty solid idea, combining, like, RimWorld and Terraria. I don't know why I never thought about this before, but this may actually turn out to be, like, a solid gold idea. Honestly, as far as, like, demos go so far, this is a pretty contiguous demo. Like, it's in pretty solid shape. So we can get a mining drill. It's faster than a pickaxe, but it's jittery. We can get gunsmithing, body armor, plant fibers, acid crystals. I guess begin research on the mining drill. Do I have the 4 wood required for this? I do not, because it was inside the workbench. Okay. Drag this back over here, and I'll knock out the butcher table, and we'll start dragging back some of these critters. So with the butcher table, it looks like we can manual butcher, Or we can just put butcher creature in there. Fair enough. Wasn't there like a rabbit around here somewhere that I chucked on the ground? I mean, even if there's not, there was like a crab body over here. Oh god. Okay, yeah. Under attack by something nasty that hates me. Oh, this guy dropped his loot. What did he drop? Oh, he dropped a gun, 100 bullets, some winter thermals. Dude, I got some undies? All right. Not to worry about getting cold anymore, dude. My loins have been properly and appropriately girded. I did want to bring back that dead... Did he pick up the dead body over here, or did I pick up the dead body over here? I do want that rat. So let's drag this dude back. Did it work? Oh yeah, it did. It gave me some forager meat, and it gave me a little bit of a fur clump right there. Cool. Well, everybody get back inside whenever you get cold. It looks like we're under attack by everything on Earth right now. Oh god. Yeah, we want to close that off maybe. Are you guys going to come back inside? It seems, I mean, at least the aggro tables don't seem to incorporate all of my colonists. They seem to only want to eat me. But I do like that glow effect that they've got on the eyes right there. That looks pretty good. And your colonists do reset the door back to whatever configuration it was in. I just watched both of them walk back inside. In a closed door, they reclose it behind themselves when they walk inside. But if it's open, they leave it open. So that's also a really, really good detail. I'm kind of shocked here. Like, I came in thinking we were going to be playing around with like a Terraria clone. But this is a game that actually, from like all the moving parts and like the way that the UI is arranged, this is a game that has a plan. I can tell that this game is being like structurally developed with like an idea in mind, and they know where all of kind of the scaffolding is, and they know where to put their foot, and they know where to put their hand as they climb to the top of the project. Like, things here are put together fairly well. I've had no AI issues. None of my AIs have done anything stupid. When there's a job to done, they go do it. When they got to move some items, they go do it. Like, it seems to happen on the lickety-splickety. And so anyways, I'm pretty happy right now. This is going fairly well. I get the feeling that I should probably be offloading like wood and some other stuff inside of here. Oh, look at that. I got an axe. Nice. And there's a gun inside of there. I don't know if like my companions need to have ammunition or anything else like that in order to use the gun. Like I know, like when I say stuff like that, people on the channel are always like, no, Splat, guns work perfectly fine without ammo. But like in some video games, it is the case that... What is this 1980s ski slope villain outfit that I've put on? Sorry, it bleached my mind. I got quiet for a second because I was just kind of taking in what they had done to me. It looks like I'm going to race somebody from the top of Death Mountain to win the hand of, like, the high school sweetheart. Anyways, as I was saying, in some video games, you can just give a weapon to your companion, and even if they have no bullets, it still shoots. Just like magic. It happens frequently enough that I have to ask that question, like, do I need to supply this guy with ammo? Or is he totally fine on his own? I don't think that I need to have really any more of that right there. I'm guessing the chests are for, like, personal objects for yourself, and then the stockpile is just for communal stuff. And it looks like we can also manage filters and stop NPCs from touching it and stuff, too, just in case you want to go, like, full micromanaging mode. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with what I've seen so far. This game is called Farworld Pioneers, and it kind of came out of nowhere. You can play this demo right now as part of the Steam Summer, Survival, Winter, Autumn, whatever. They're doing a festival every single day of the week, every single week. I can't keep them all straight at this point anymore. Like, it feels like there's a festival pretty much every week. There is a Survival Fest on Steam right now. You can go and play this game, the same demo that I'm playing right now, if you want to try it out for yourself. I can say from my perspective, I've seen no bugs, I've seen no problems. UI can be a little tiny bit messy, like there's a lot of moving parts there. But then again, it's a colony management game trying to mix itself with like a 2D survival game. And so like, in that situation, I feel like the UI is predestined to become messy. There's a lot of different functions, and there's not a whole lot of things from those two separate genres that are strictly, like, congruent to one another. And so, like, it's going to get a little bit gritty with the UI, so I can forgive that. But ultimately, the pixel art looks great. I'm having fun with the game. The sound effects are well selected. The soundtrack reminds me of Risk of Rain. Sounds really, really good. Everything has worked so far in this demo. I would say that this is a resounding success. I see a lot of demos, and a lot of them are a lot rougher than this one. I'll tell you that. Farworld Pioneers. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, Farworld Pioneers. Pie. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.